Hey, it's me, unapologetically T, and I'm here again. I was getting sleepy, so I was like, let me just do a video. I'm gonna make this one short. So I just want to say to the people who are literally saying that people shouldn't retaliate against abuse, the people who are saying that when the abusers are okay, you should forgive the abusers, but if the victim attacks the abuser, the victim is wrong. They kind of have like this two wrongs don't make a right mentality, and it's so extreme. I always say you got to use discernment with things, but I mean, like, when someone is severely, repeatedly abusing you, and people will make the victim feel bad. We victim blame, and I'll be like, oh, well, things that went too far. And I'm not just talking about what has happened in the news, period. I'm talking from a lens as an abused person who literally was never feeling safe in my anger and my rage. That literally is the accurate feelings to feel. Definitely when you're experiencing repeated abuse from someone. I want to ask the people who feel like, you should forgive, you should have love and light in your life. I want to ask you guys, like, what are you gonna do when it's time to fight and only people you have in your group is love and light? And I do know, like, love and light, like the light, I don't associate the light with just love. Like, there is death, there is pain, there is toxicity in light. People don't talk about it. The same way as there is death and there is pain and darkness. I just want to know, like, if you're coming from a toxic, like, just give back love, turn the other cheek for everything, someone smack you in your cheek, you turn away from them. What happens when it's your life? What happens when it's time to fight? And you demonize the people who literally are the warriors. You demonize the people who literally are trying to go. You demonize the people who literally say, enough is enough, I'm gonna fuck some shit up. You demonize us. So, like, what are you gonna do when it is time to fight and all you got is love and that toxic ass light? Because there is balance, and people need to, like, start to learn how to feel their feelings. People need to stop complaining so fucking much and then still turning around and allowing abuse to happen to you repeatedly over and over again. Like, when will enough be enough? When will you actually do something about it? Like, so, like, my point is, like, when does action kick in? Do we just keep saying, like, oh, well, the system did this, the government did this, my father did this, my mother did this, my sister did this, my brother did that, my friend did this, the stranger did that? Like, do we continue to just keep complaining about what's being done, or do we actually act on it? Because we can clearly see that justice is not, as far as the system that they have, justice is not there. So in an ideal world, yeah, you'd let justice handle it. But justice in the white man system is on vacation. Justice is has ran away. Justice said, in the white man system, it only works for white rich people, because it don't even really work all the time for poor white people, unless it's a poor white person against a black or brown person. But let your ass be a poor white person against one of these elites. you gonna find your poor white ass in our predicament. And you do. And that's why y'all be having, you know, that white fragility and be saying, like, you know, well, I had to struggle too. You damn right you did. You damn right you had to struggle, but you ain't struggle as hard as us. It's not the same struggle. Ain't nobody saying you ain't struggle. You're just saying your struggle ain't ours. Yeah, you can grow up hungry and poor and didn't have this and didn't have that, but you did not grow up with the same stain on you of having black skin, identifying as black. You did not grow up with that same stain. So imagine being hungry plus that. Imagine trying to get it out the mud plus that. And then imagine having to deal with that plus you, plus the others. So like you don't have the same struggle, and yes, you're valid in your struggle, but it's sad that we know you struggle, but you won't acknowledge ours, and then you allow a system to like pin us against each other and divide us by something as simple as fucking skin color. When black people, literally everybody, you know, that is a part of like the human race, is literally, you know, the black DNA codes for all these things. And I just gotta keep repeating that shit, like, until it get in somebody's head. I don't know. And sometimes I don't feel like these videos are for me to like be convincing about it. Like, I'm past convincing. I'm just here for those who are yearning to understand more about what's going on. Those out here who are trying to heal, being brainwashed, being manipulated, being abused, whether it's from your family or the system, the root of it is the same cause. The root is the same cause. So I just want to know, for those out here who aren't listening and they're just judging, like, for those out here who typically shun negative emotions and make a person be out to be the monster that literally is the victim, I just want to know what you gonna do when it comes time to fight, because you obviously don't believe in fighting back. So what you gonna do? This is a serious fucking question that I want to ask people. Like, what are you going to do when it comes time for you to fight back? Because you're shunning other people for fighting back. But what are you going to do when it comes your time? I already know what most of you will do. You are going to submit, and you're going to be in repeated cycles of abuse. And not everybody are fighters. But if you ain't a fighter, just shut the fuck up and let the fighters fight. Like, but don't be out here shaming nobody. I mean, it's funny because, like, the song The Ghost of Soulja Slim, like, shit, Farrakhan said that shit best. All you scared to death Negroes. Like, you know, need you to sit down and shut up. Like, just shut the fuck up. And shut the fuck up literally means just stop. Think. Stop and think. For understanding. Like, try to just pause and understand what's going on instead of trying to judge somebody else. And then some of y'all just literally are really truly working for massa. Some of y'all not working for massa. Y'all just have been brainwashed by massa's mind control. But some of y'all really be working for massa. Some of y'all really be working for massa. Some of y'all really be working for massa. But it's action. Action is what we need. We don't need yelling and screaming, Black Lives Matter. We don't need, you know, protesting and picketing. Like, we need action now. Nothing's gonna change without action. Like, every revolution had action. Every revolution had action. And no, not everybody are fighters, and not everybody will be on the front line. Everybody will have different parts. But for those who aren't on the front line or any line, of defense. Please support those that are. Please support them, even if it's just by shutting the fuck up. Like, just support them that are. Those that literally have been given the fucked up ends of the sticks. The ones that literally are trained to go. The ones that literally know how to fucking get down. Like, you know, support them. Support them. Pray for them. Love on them. Like, support them. Allow them to transmute their motherfucking anger and shut the fuck up and stop trying to get them to shove it down deep and eat them alive. Like, because that's all it does is when people who God afforded to have anger and rage, and people who don't have those things, then that means that you are apathetic and you don't have feelings. Like, you are not feeling shit. You can't feel your shit. You can't feel nobody's shit. Like, literally, God gave us these emotions for a reason. Like, some things are spirit attachment, but anger and rage is literally like an actual protector. It is a protector to you, your nervous system, all that, spiritually and physically. It is a protector. It protects you. Stop telling people to push their anger down deep when they're being abused. Support the victims. Support the warriors. Support the soldiers. Support the people that literally know what to do with their anger and rage. And it is various ways. It's not, this is not just a physical thing. This is spiritual. This is a spiritual war. Stop telling people to push their fucking anger and rage down deep. That shit is festers inside and eat away at them. Like, don't do that. So, maybe somebody need to hear this that is struggling with anger and rage. Feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. If you are an immediate threat and someone is threatening your life, someone is endangering your life, act on your feelings. Act on your feelings. It is your God-given right. Fuck these rights and laws that they keep creating to make us be abused. It is your God-given right to have self-preservation, to self-defend. They literally killing us while we running away. And this ain't even just the police. Like, if you ain't seen in the news where the guy got lost and knocked on the man's door, literally, he was in his car trying to get away. And he shot him while he was in the car driving off. And they didn't even lock this motherfucker up right away. They locked him up after the fact. But if we do it, we the problem. We the menace. We the bad guys. I beg to motherfucking differ. Like, if you serving a God that don't understand that, then I don't know which God you serving. Because the God in the Bible was vengeful. Like, the God in the Bible was vengeful. The God that I know don't play that. And matter of fact, God flows through people, so allow people to do what they do. And stop judging them. Use discernment is a key part. You know, like, you don't want to just crash out to be crashing out. Like, use discernment. Use your brain. Be strategic. But to deny anger and rage where you see babies and people just being unalived. Cause when you clock in every motherfucking day and your bills don't equal your paycheck. When you lose your motherfucking house cause your paycheck couldn't afford your bills. Like, you know, you should have anger and rage. You should have anger and rage. And I think that most people who don't understand anger and rage, you either have no feelings, you either were taught, you wasn't taught to properly acknowledge your feelings, and that's okay. And then you also either, if you don't like feel anger and rage, like, you're suppressing your feelings. Like, it's just toxic behavior. That's toxic. That is toxic for you to tell me I shouldn't be angry for da 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 da. And you know that shit cause detrimental pain, soul-sucking pain. But I'm wrong if I feel the anger. And I feel like this is a societal norm. Like, we're taught this by society. Unlearn that shit. Feel your rage and your anger. I just seen the other day online where there was another black guy walking to his fucking car in Detroit. He walked into his car. 4 unmarked, ununiformed state police officers hop out the car on him and claim that he fit the description. And so this nigga got scared because they did not identify themselves. They did not identify themselves as cops. They pulled out on him. He bust back at them thinking that he was being robbed, and they killed him. They shot and killed him. Turned out his car wasn't stolen. Turned out his gun was legally owned. Turned out, what's your excuse? Why do you fucking pop out on a complete stranger? Like, marshals don't even do that. So why was the state police jumping out on a pedestrian? 4 of you. Ready to fucking shoot. Ready with your guns drawn. Like, why was you even doing that? Like, why would you even do that to a person and you know you're unarmed? I've had police training. I'm not going to say I had the most up-to-date police training, but I've had police training. I know police officers. There are good police officers. But nowhere in the police training should it make sense for you to be in unmarked cars, ununiformed, looking like a civilian, and hop out on a pedestrian, on a civilian. Your job is to protect and serve, and I really don't know what's going on, but people sick if they think people should not feel anger and rage for this shit. I'm a spiritual girly. I give mine to the universe so I can find the people it need to fucking find. I'm not doing the brute force shit no more. Like, I got protection I'm protected by God for that. So, but in this spiritual realm, like, I'ma release this anger every motherfucking time, and I'ma pray it finds who it needs to find. I don't give a fuck if it's family. I don't give a fuck if it's, an outsider. Like, nah, you cause this shit. You gonna fuck around and find out, and it's gonna get returned to sender every time. But worse. And long as I am justified in my anger and rage, I am good. The only time anger and rage is a negative thing is when you're taking it out on innocent people. I've done that before. I tell y'all, I be completely trying to be my best transparent self to you. I have taken out anger and rage, even like in my own household. Like, there was time where I was just angry and I took it out on my partner and my child. Like, I would take things out on them. Like, I've had friends that I've taken things out on them. Like, we've all, misdirected our anger. That's the only time anger is a bad thing, is when it's projected in the wrong place and the wrong people. But when you project your anger where it belongs, you're not a bad person. You're giving back what was given to you. I just pray, and I know my faith is so sure that I just know, like, things aren't going to keep going the same way that they've been going. Things ain't going to keep going that way. And I'm not separating in the sense of I'm going to separate from the system that has taken from my ancestors and me. The way that I would separate is I won't play ball with your system. I will build my own system. I won't play ball with your system. I won't be a part of raping this earth of her resources. I won't be a part of taking advantage of other people to get to where I want to go. I won't be a part of it. I won't sell my soul. This system cannot hide my soul. My soul ain't for sale. I pray yours ain't either. But one thing for sure, self-defense ain't evil. Self-defense is not evil. What I think is evil is brainwashing people to think that abuse is okay. That somebody gonna come down here and save them. God is within you. God flows through you. You'll find God anywhere, anytime, within yourself and outside of yourself. So, saying that, I won't be shaming any of my anger, any of my rage. I need it. It is protection. I just needed to learn how to regulate it and project it in the right place. And I hope you learn and do the same. A lot of these feelings, if you haven't noticed or not, like I've written poems about all these different feelings, and I literally be trying to get y'all game while I'm healing myself. And you gotta learn how to regulate your own nervous system. You gotta learn how to feel your own feelings and emotions and sit with them. I know it's hard if you definitely haven't been feeling for a long time. Like, I was a person I could feel. I was empathetic. Like, and it I still am. Like, literally going to the mall yesterday, like, literally the energy alone, just being out around people, like, I literally was physically getting overwhelmed and overheating, like, just being out in public. And a lot of people don't realize that's what the fuck is going on. Like, if you ever been into like large crowds or spaces where there's a lot of different energies and people, like, you find yourself getting a little hot, like a little too hot, or you just feel off. Like, your energy is mingling with different energies, like, period. You can be in a spot with people and literally, you know, your energy can get siphoned. That's why you're supposed to protect yourself. Protect you, you know. I put energy force fields around myself. Like, people be thinking, like, you know, people crazy and all that shit, but like, this shit is real life, and it's very, life is spiritual, part spiritual, life is part physical. You gotta find balance, and we ain't nothing but balls of energy in a meat suit. And the meat suit is definitely our temple. Like, you gotta take care of it, you gotta love it. So I don't say it as if the meat suit ain't nothing, but the meat suit will perish at the end. But your energetic ball, your energetic soul, your spirit, all that lives on, depending on what contract you got with God. So I got eternal life. I don't know what everybody else got, but I got eternal life, and that's just from the God I know. So, and the God I know wants me to be, not wants me to be angry, but wants me to feel my anger, feel my rage, and feel my fucking wrath. It's time for us to use that shit. for the greater good. And I'm gonna end that video here.